Hey guys, and welcome to this free training all about the number one reason the law of attraction isn't working for you and how to fix it once and for all. Thanks for jumping on today, and as promised, this is the last manifestation law of attraction workshop you'll ever need. Today, I'm sharing with you the real scientific reason that the law of attraction works and how you can practically apply it to your own life without the guesswork, wishing, or airy-fairy nature of how the law of attraction is often taught in the mainstream. And how you can practically apply it to your own life without the guesswork, the wishing, or airy-fairy nature of how the law of attraction is often taught in the mainstream. And if you stay until the end, I have a really special gift to share with you. So let's get to it. Now, if we haven't met before, hello, my name is Jana and I'm a certified law of attraction practitioner and coach, founder of several online training programs, including the original Law of Attraction Academy, and I've been practicing and studying the law of attraction for coming up to 10 years. And in that time, I've gone from being completely and devastatingly broke over and over again to now completely financially independent and experiencing a level of abundance I have never even imagined. To now completely financially independent and experiencing a level of abundance I had never even imagined possible. I've gone from being depressed, suffering terribly with anxiety and eating disorders on medication, to now being the happiest, most secure, confident, and truly authentic expression of me that I'd ever hoped to be. I've gone from pushing and chasing my dreams through force, hustle, long days, and little sleep while still not really creating lasting success, to now doing less and achieving more than ever before. And all it took was one simple change. It wasn't discovering the law of attraction that turned everything around for me, it was how I was using it. Once I learned this one defining thing about how the law of attraction really works, everything changed. And I mean everything. And I'm about to share it with you today. You see, once I discovered the real key to making the law of attraction work effectively and began to be able to attract at will rather than chase, I made the decision that I would spend the rest of my life teaching others how to do the same. So this training was created for people just like you in the hopes that it will give you the tools you need to finally see manifestation results, be able to attract at will, and really understand the core and the heart of how the law of attraction works on a cellular, fundamental, scientific level. Like I said, we're keeping this as short as possible, but to explain this properly, I need to take you back to the very first sweet moment that I felt the law of attraction working in my life. It was just under 10 years ago, in what was a difficult time in my life. In all honesty, I wanted to end it, and I'd already tried once. So you could say it was a low moment. I was laying on the floor feeling all the feelings when I noticed how the sunlight filtered through the blinds on the window and caressed my skin in such a beautiful way that I just couldn't ignore it. There was still so much beauty and goodness in this world right at my fingertips, and I was just so caught up in my internal world that I was letting it slip right past me. So at that moment, I gave myself a bit of an ultimatum. I decided that I would give myself 1 week, and in that week, every doom and gloom, sense of dread, and negative thought I was having, I would interrupt and replace with something positive. I had the notion already in my head that being positive would ultimately attract you more positivity, but I had never really paid much attention to it, nor do I know where I learnt it. However, something deep inside me stirred, and in my heart I knew it was true, so I just decided to give it a crack. After all, I had absolutely nothing to lose. So I wrote 1 week of positivity in capital letters in the Notes app on what was then my shitty iPhone 3. I actually still have the note in my iCloud, and it's now become somewhat sacred. And it actually worked. Now, in a week, life wasn't incredible, but the shift in my mindset brought me out of the depths of my inner turmoil to a place where I was just sort of neutral, and that was really cool. And after doing it for a week, it felt good, and actually I felt sort of good for the first time in a long time. So, bit by bit, I kept at it, and slowly things started to get better. I went on to begin learning about the law of attraction, get qualified, and achieve the exact number exam result that I had wrote down 1 year earlier. My first big manifestation story. The odds of this happening was quite wild too, because it wasn't just a score out of 100, it was an aggregation based on where you ranked within the entire state, and the number was calculated from there, so pretty cool. From here, I just knew that the law of attraction was real and I'd finally seen it in action. That feeling was indescribable. Maybe you've had a similar experience where you've had confirmation that the law of attraction really works, you discover the magic of working with the universe for the first time, and the limitless possibility that comes along with having this tool by your side. Isn't it magic? So, fast forward 5 years, and even after having started my law of attraction journey 5 years earlier, things were still not great. I wasn't happy. I was stuck. And people are surprised by this when they first hear it, because they assume that once you start studying the law of attraction, especially for a number of years, life must be easy, right? You know how to attract anything you want to you, and you know all about the very real and true nature of working with the universe and manifesting things to you, and the magic and excitement that comes with this kind of stuff. Side note, it actually gives me chills thinking about how cool the law of attraction really is and how magical it feels to really be in alignment with the life that you're living. But back to my initial problem. That was just not the case. Although I was deep into the study of the universal laws, the science behind how it all worked, and was able to produce fleeting results, I was absolutely still burnt out. I was still living a life that was just not mine. I walk through each day feeling completely detached from the world around me. A yes girl, showing up and saying yes to all the things that I felt was expected of me. In a relationship I knew in my heart just wasn't right. But on the outside, everything looked fine. On paper, I was a dream law of attraction student. Maybe you've also felt like you've been doing all the actions, routines and rituals, but still seem to be getting nowhere. Maybe you felt like you do all the right steps to manifest things and you just never seem to see results. For example, back then I had a solid morning routine. I wrote affirmations, scripted my future, and focused on my vision board daily. I kept a gratitude journal full to the brim since 2013 and never missed a day. I even had a huge document that contained every big dream and thing I wanted to manifest, down to the tiniest detail. My logical brain was so proud of me for doing everything quote-unquote right. But life still sucked. Imagine wearing a spacesuit, but instead of being inside the suit, I was standing behind it, moving the arms and legs like a puppet to make it look like I was living life as normal, when on the outside I had no oxygen. In fact, the more time went on, the less I felt in touch with the law of attraction, and the less I felt like I'd have a breakthrough and things would finally get to be good. I'd been studying deep into the laws of the universe, the law of attraction, and everything about manifestation for years at this point. Plus, I was doing all the things. I was consistent as they come, and fuck knows, I worked hard. So why wasn't it working? Little did I know I still had a huge way to go to uncovering the key to using the law of attraction. It turns out that although I was doing everything I was taught, I was actually approaching it all wrong. Ugh. But thankfully, I'm here to help you not make the same mistake that I did. You can take advantage of the knowledge I've gained over my decade-long trip through space and cut straight to the good stuff on your own law of attraction journey. Maybe, like me, you've been in an endless struggle to get the universe to hear you. Maybe you feel like you've tried everything, all the methods and practices that most law of attraction coaches promise is the golden key. You spent countless hours journaling, creating vision boards. You've ticked all the right boxes in order to attract the thing that you want. Maybe your belief in the law of attraction is starting to wane and you're questioning if it's even real. Is it all just a big hoax to make people rich and have you believe that you need the next program, next coach or secret to fix you, when really the answer is already inside you? The truth is, it really can be easier than most of us are making it out to be. A lot of prophets and content about the law of attraction out there in the mainstream tends to complicate things. You might have heard that thoughts become things. Or you might have heard that like attracts like. Or from the widely popular movie The Secret that came out in 2006 and later became a book by Rhonda Byrne, that all you really have to do is think about what it is that you want and it will eventually come to you. Now, if you haven't seen or read The Secret, I totally recommend you do. It's a great film and it features a huge list of the top trainers and teachers in the industry. So, I'm not saying don't watch it, but it's clear to me and it's fairly widely accepted now that the movie was missing a few crucial things. Also, in the 16 years since its release, a lot has changed in the realms of science, and research has uncovered lots more that we just didn't know back then. I've been lucky enough to have been studying the universal laws throughout such a time span that I have watched and learnt along the way as new research unfolds. And I now have a wealth of knowledge that combines the ideas from new and emerging discoveries and, of course, a truckload of practical experience. So fast forward to now, and I'm inside the spacesuit. When I lift my arm, the spacesuit follows. It's organic. It's true. It's me, and ironically, it's rather effortless. It's intuitive and natural for me to go about my life harnessing the laws of the universe with total ease and grace. So, what is the key? What changed? What is the number one mistake that most people make and that most law of attraction teachers don't tell you? The answer is all about your feelings. You see, all this time I was using the law of attraction from the outside, ticking the boxes, pushing, hustling, forcing, fabricating, but not in any sense was I feeling it, embodying it. It was after nearly 5 whole years of studying the universal principles that I actually began to realize how imperative our feelings and the embodiment of what we want to manifest is. How crucial it is to understand vibrations and frequencies. You see, the reason that the universe wasn't hearing me, the reason I was pushing so hard and not only not getting results, but also feeling completely disconnected from my truth, is that all this time I was speaking to the universe in a language that it didn't understand. The truth is that on a fundamental level, the universe only really understands one type of thing. And so, if we want to harness the true power of the law of attraction, we need to communicate with the universe in a language it understands. So here it is. The universe only understands energy, frequency, and vibration. The language of the universe is energy, frequency, and vibration. And we humans have a built-in system for this. It's called our feelings. You see, every feeling that you have within your body has a frequency. Now, we all know that the law of attraction states that like attracts like, which would mean that the frequency we are sending out into the universe through this feeling is the same frequency that we will receive back. If we want to manifest something specific, we need to learn to emit the frequency within our bodies that matches the frequency of the thing we want. Now that's straightforward enough, but what the heck are frequencies and vibrations when it comes to our bodies, and how do we use them? This is where I can help you. First of all, we know that the entire world is made up of atoms, which consist of electrons, protons, and neutrons. Now, you might already know this, but the universe doesn't settle or rest. Atoms are constantly moving. So, things that appear solid to us are actually just atoms that have formed together and are actually buzzing around on a very, very infinitely small scale. As atoms move or oscillate, they produce a vibration. Now, every object, thought, feeling, emotion, movement, space, house, conversation, song, movie, message, everything has a vibration that it sends out to the universe. And we call this a vibrational frequency, which is measured in hertz. This is what people mean when they talk about picking up on a certain vibe or being able to feel someone's energy. So, when we refer to vibrational frequency in our bodies, we're talking about the rate at which our atoms are moving or oscillating within our cells. Every thought, feeling, or mental state has a corresponding rate of vibration, and the higher the vibration, the better, essentially, the longer lasting the effects are. Again, the common phrase high vibe is also derived from this. So you're probably thinking, well, that's a little complicated, and what does it have to do with me using the law of attraction to improve my life or manifest my desires? Well, it has everything to do with it. Like I said, we humans were created to have and produce emotions, and God knows we have a whole lot of them. Here is an image of the emotional frequency scale, courtesy of Anne and Steve. Thanks, Anne and Steve. You can see on the chart a list of emotions and their corresponding frequency down the left-hand side, measured in hertz. You can see that more negative emotions have a low frequency and more positive emotions have higher frequencies. This basically means that the better we feel emotionally, the higher our rate of vibrational frequency is. And remember, what is the thing we're emitting out into the world as we go about our day? What is the one thing that the universe really understands? Vibrational frequency. And what does the law of attraction state? That like attracts like. So, put simply, the higher your vibration, the higher the vibration of what you will be receiving back. Neat, right? So, the key to getting the universe to hear you and the key to making this whole attraction thing work for you rather than you working for it is to take control of your energy. It's to learn to harness your vibration and set your frequency level with purpose and intent so that you can attract what you want to you. So the only question left now is, if I want to manifest something, how do I know what frequency it's at? How do I know what frequency to emit for the universe to send back to me? Well, I have just the formula for you. I have devised a method of identifying frequencies that is so simple yet powerful that you're able to tune your body to the exact frequency of what it is that you want to manifest. This 4-step formula is completely customizable to you and your own body and feelings. It's not a one-size-fits-all, and for that reason, it's helped hundreds of my students so far. It's a simple template that you can easily fill in yourself, and using the formula, you are able to determine not only what frequency you need to emit, but also what action to go and take in order to draw a specific thing to you. It's called the Ultimate Attraction Formula, and it's a simple method that everyone can use, whether you're new to the law of attraction or not. I teach you all about it inside my newest course, Feel It First, and because you signed up for this free training and have stuck it out until the end, I'm giving you an exclusive offer for the next 72 hours only. You can receive the full Feel It First online course, including how to use the Ultimate Attraction Formula, for only $27. Now, that's 85% off its normal price, so naturally, I can't let this price last for long. And this is the only place on the internet that I have ever shared the Ultimate Attraction Formula, which I and hundreds of my students have used to attract the things we want with greater accuracy, speed, and ease. It's a foolproof, science-backed system that speaks to all the logical thinkers out there that need to know how manifestation works scientifically, rather than just recite a bunch of affirmations and hope for the best. If that's you, I feel you. So, if you want to check it out and make the most of your exclusive gift, click the link below. Like I said, you'll have access to this price for the next 72 hours, and then it goes back to full price. So, don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Now, I hope something in this training today spoke to you, and as always, please reach out to me in the DMs if you have any questions. Remember that manifesting and attracting things into your life on purpose doesn't have to be hard or complicated. It gets to be easy, intuitive, and feel as though it just comes naturally. I can't wait to see what you set yourself out to achieve next. So, thanks for watching this free training, and I'll see you soon.